go on. Go now!
Huh? Gotcha! Okay! Kikuru-san, let's go!
Looks like we managed to get away.
We got out in time. It's nice to meet you, Labras. I'm Yukari Takiba.
Oh, yes. I'm Kanemata. Wow, so it's true that you're like Aigus-san. Oh, and this is Koromaru. Huh? A dog? He's not just a pet. Koromaru might not look like it, but he can fight as well. Takeba-san? You're dressed in a kinda interesting way.
Huh? Oh, this? Yeah, I got picked up suddenly from my job and I didn't have any time to change. I bet I'm never gonna hear the end of this. Also, you can just call me Yukari. I hope we get along, Labras.
But to think that organization would come after us now at such an important time. If Kurosawa-san hadn't gotten that tip, we'd be doomed. Hey, right. What's going on with those guys? The what? Oh, that's right. You don't know. They say Mitsuru-san set everything up. I can't understand it either. All this about honor and adult circumstances?
Yeah, but there are some people in public safety who don't agree with that. Or else Kurosawa-san wouldn't have gotten that anonymous tip.
Oh, that reminds me. I wonder if Kurosawa-san's okay.
Koromaru says that he's all right.
Huh? Can you understand dogs too, Yukari-san?
Well, no, but I've known Koromaru for a while, and that just seems like what he's saying. I'm sure Kurosawa-san will be just fine.
So where are we going now, anyway? We're gonna go look for Mitsuru-san and them, right?
Right. It looks like there was an increased shadow reading someplace called Inaba, and they were headed there. We'll go that way for now.
Inaba.
Don't look so gloomy. I'm sure Mitsuru-senpai's fine. She's got Akihiko-senpai, Fuka, and even Aigus with her after all. Oh, right. You're Aigus' sister, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. I was made just before her, though.
You seem so stiff. You don't need to be so polite with us.
I heard that you were an earlier model than Aigus-san, but you don't seem less advanced at all. You seem perfectly normal. Do you fight with that axe you're carrying? Could I touch it?
Yukari-san, have you been able to make contact with Iori-san?
I completely forgot. Hold on a sec.
Saikawa-san, you're not a Persona user, are you?
Please call me Kiku now. And no, I only have the potential towards the dark hour.
Oh, I didn't know you had that. Even the maids in the Kirijo family are amazing. So that means you can't fight shadows, right? Then ain't it dangerous for you to come along?
I mean, it's not amazing that she does IT work and she flies a fucking helicopter. She's got to also have some sort of affinity with the dark hour to get that amazing level. That's a little rough, Ken. Really.
There are more ways to deal with shadows than the direct method. We've never met in person, but I was involved in the operation to rescue you last time. We all do whatever we can to the best of our abilities to fulfill the roles we've been given. That...
Oh, wow! She's a true professional. I'd see.
It's no use, he's not picking up. This is so important. Why now?
Oh well. We'll just have to begin our search on our own.
You know, Kikuno-san, I'm surprised you knew where we were without having to contact us at all.
I traced the GPS signals from your cell phones. We're still partners with the police force, so it's no problem to do that in an emergency. Then again, We've just seen how even that doesn't always help.
You mean about Junpei-san?
It's like he's going out of his way to inconvenience us.
Oh dear, I almost forgot. Labra-san, please review these documents until we arrive at our destination. Fuka-san asked me to tell you about this, but under the circumstances, would you please look through the material on your own? It's a summary of the activities that took place 3 years ago.
3 years ago? I see. Whoever's behind what's going on is definitely connected to those events.
I think it looks good on you. A proper appearance is important when going out on a grand stage.
Thanks!
Yukari-san, Ken-san, I have acquired evokers and suitable weapons for you.
Wow, thank you! This would be the best for me.
Kikino-san, what?
It's the ultimate arrow! It's so pink.
I acquired reference material from the publisher and had it made. Don't worry, it's more functional than the prop on your show.
I'm pretty sure that makes it the best bow ever created, but...
In actual combat, I thought that using a form factor you're comfortable with would be best.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to have a logical explanation like that.
Was my arrangement unnecessary?
Yeah, it was unnecessary. No, it's fine.
Yeah, I'd be careful about being a cunt. This lady seems to know a whole bunch, doesn't she? She's tracking you by GPS. She knows how to fly a helicopter. Yeah, don't tell her off. Just be like, thanks. You always know what's up. I bet you if you were like, you know what, I mean, I kind of also would like this. She would like come out of nowhere with, oh yeah, double strand bow. Yeah, I got you. Hawkeye level. Yeah. I'm with it.
I like it. Can I see it for a moment?
We're circling around. Please hang on to something.
I hate to think about it, but does this mean that they've been captured?
Let us be optimistic and assume that they're still alive. If they were captured, then the enemy values their lives and will do no harm. We do have a chance.
It's amazing that you know how to pilot a helicopter, Kikuno-san. I heard that it's hard to hover in the mountains. Did you train for that?
Only a couple of years ago, but I have taken part in an assault operation involving a helicopter.
You were in an assault with a helicopter?
Just a high school dormitory.
Huh? Oh yeah, I remember that.
I decided to learn how to pilot in the event that if someone attempted the same move, I would be able to respond properly.
Oh, damn. Well, I finally got in touch with Junpei. I don't know why, but he's already at Yasuo Inaba Station, so I told him to stay there. In any case, we should head to Inaba too. We might find some kind of clue there.
Whoever did this must be the same person who kidnapped Labra-san. It's unthinkable anyone else would be able to do that. The question is what he intends to accomplish by kidnapping them.
Yo, Ken went from being an 8-year-old to some sort of detective. I mean, we basically have a bunch of people to kind of fill us in the stories. They've designated a few of them. Yukari, no, she's an idiot. Labras, no, she doesn't know what the hell's going on. The helicopter lady might be able to hook this shit up, but there has to be a person who does like detective work, starts connecting the dots, right? So with the rest of the guys, it's usually what Akihiko, Mitsuru, Ken, apparently Ken, and Naoto, and I would say you, but it seems like I can't remember his name. Yamakoto. Anyway, the funny guy. He seems to be breaking stuff down pretty nicely. So that's weird, because all of a sudden they break it down, and then here they come with all this logic. You're like, Ken, you're like a teenager. You play soccer. Like, where would all this detective breakdown come in? You know, well, I guess being in the thick of it for a while has helped him do like normal deduction. Those guys were they weren't trying to solve any puzzles or anything like that. You know, it's not like the other guys the Persona 4 guys who are like specifically a detective agency or fake detective agency, whatever. Anyway, I've always found it weird that they'll start rattling things off like, whoever's behind this is blah blah blah. Like their lines of logic are like way above anybody I've ever seen actually break stuff down. You know, usually people go through with patterns and stuff. It's really interesting to me. Anyway.
The strong win, while the weak disappear. Tonight, we will witness the hottest battles in all history. The goddess of victory is waiting to descend upon the ring. P1 fans, are you ready? Are you ready?
Time to let loose an all-out war!
The contestants in the previous P1 Grand Prix have returned for another...
Hey, what was that just now? Weren't those the Persona users in Inaba? It showed Mitsuru-senpai and the others, too.
I read the case records. If I recall correctly, was that the midnight channel that was being broadcast in Inaba? I was on it too, but it wasn't like that last time.
Yoo-hoo! Have you been well, Labi-chan?
General Teddy? But I thought I already...
There's no way I'd go away so easily. I mean, a P1 without me is like a tuna sandwich without the tuna.
He can hear us? Isn't he that weird Persona user named Teddy?
No, he must be the General Teddy who hosted the fighting tournament last time. The record said he'd been eliminated, though. General Teddy, where did you take Mitsuru-san and the others? If you don't give us a good answer, you're gonna pay!
It's past your bedtime, Cubby. If you're gonna keep giving me lip, I'm not going to explain anything.
Explain?
That's right. I mean, the three of you are very important guest stars in the P1 Climax, after all. So you'll participate, of course, right?
What? What are you after?
If you value the lives of the hostages, you yapping pup, you don't have any choice but to participate.
Huh?
The P1 Climax! It's the end of the world! One-on-one deathmatch that's worthy of the name Climax! And best of all, if you don't win the one-on-one tournament to the finish within the hour, the world will end! No punches pulled this time! I'll make myself clear so that no one misunderstands. This will not be taking place within the TV world. It will, in fact, take place in the reality which you occupy. Enjoy it while you can. Alrighty then. Time to show off how that special stage is going.
Mitsuru-senpai?
Sonata-san, Aiga-san, and Fuka-san too!
What will be the fate of our captured queen and her loyal minions? Oh, and this is a no-fly zone. We don't have any room in the parking lot for that thing, so you'd better start walking to the battleground. As a little incentive, Persona! Kintoki Doji! Throw him a tomahawk!
An alarm? No. There really is a missile coming our way. Evasive maneuvers, brace yourselves!
A missile? Ah!
Are we hit?
It barely missed, but there's a good chance that it will still detonate.
It exploded!
He obviously missed on purpose. It was most likely fired from the direction of Inaba.
There's something in the distance. It's huge!
I'll zoom in.
No way. This is just like...
Tartarus.
I'm sorry to do this, but I have to withdraw before we're shot down.
But we've come so far!
If they fire another one at us, I won't be able to dodge again. Even if it's only a firework, a direct hit can still bring us down.
Hold on, Kikuno-san. Can you drop low enough somewhere so we can get out?
There's no way. If we land, we'll be sitting ducks.
No, once we're out, you get out of here. You don't need to land.
What are you saying?
Please, do it! Don't worry. Remember, General Teddy asked us to come on foot. We'll manage somehow.
Understood. I'm looking for a landing site. Labra-san, please take this. It may be of use. It contains the data that was taken from the Ergonomics Research Laboratory's top-secret files. The creator's name is Shuji Ikutsuki. The file name was Project Puppet Master. I'm not entirely sure if that's a code or a description of the project.
Puppet Master? Could that be something to do with me and Aigus?
I was only able to decrypt a portion of it, but it seems to be data on an experiment involving a plume of dusk.
An experiment with a plume of dusk. So, why are you giving this to me?
It may assist you in determining the enemy's identity. Actually, I found traces of an unauthorized attempt to access this file from outside of the Ergo Research Network. I investigated this and found that the requests made to break in originated from this vicinity, likely from within Inaba itself.
Huh? So someone in Inaba knew about that research before all this started and was looking for it?
The firewall prevented the intruder from accessing the file, but the attempted hacker didn't even try to cover their tracks.
What? Who would do this?
It was only in fragments, but the name Sho Minazuki appears many times in those files.
Who is he?
I'll contact you once we crack the encryption, but in case it becomes difficult to transfer the data to you, I'll give you a copy.
Then I'll download that data into myself and take a look at the parts that you've managed to decrypt.
That would be for the best.
Gotcha. Thanks.
We'll be over at Junes Shopping Center in a moment. Everyone, prepare to disembark.
Hold on, over there. Isn't there someone on the rooftop?
That's impossible!
Huh? What's wrong?
It's... Ikutsuki.
Huh? No way!
We're under attack by a persona!
attack! Incoming! Little persona! Huh? What? I didn't even use my evoker yet.
I'll make myself clear so that no one misunderstands. This will not be taking place within the TV world. It will, in fact, take place in the reality which you occupy. Enjoy it while you can.
This is fun. What? What was that? Yukari-san, he's winding up for another one! We're getting off, Koromaru!
It seems you're always taking on the responsibility of saving others, Yukari-san.
Seriously! It's like, again? Really?
Fuck you, Yukari.
But I'll take this one. After all, I save the world on a weekly basis.
Yukari-san, everyone, please, save Lady Mitsuru.
Where did he go?
Hey, Ken-kun, did you really see Ikutsuki here a moment ago?
Yes, I didn't see him clearly, but there's no way I could have mistaken him. That's impossible. I mean, Shuji Ikutsuki is...
At the very least, it looks like he's not nearby. We can't let our guard down yet, though.
Koromaru and I are going to continue looking for him. If that really was Ikutsuki, there's no doubt that he's involved in this case.
I had kind of an issue with Ikutsuki because he was able to be in the Dark Hour without being able to summon a persona. The idea was that people would be in the Dark Hour, become comfortable with who they are, and turn their shadow into their persona, right? But just like with the helicopter lady, all of a sudden, you know, like this Ikutsuki guy had no problem being in the Dark Hour by himself. Same thing with Mitsuru's father. He didn't have a persona either. You know what I mean? Maybe they weren't able to transfer because apparently before they needed drugs to control their personas and stuff like that. But everybody else that went in there had a shadow that they needed to convert or whatever. And Ikutsuki didn't have one. That was just really weird. I don't know. I mean, it seems to kind of break the rules of the world that they're in, but, you know, whatever.
That's true. Can you and Koro-chan go after that guy from earlier?
But that person seemed to be using a persona. Won't it be dangerous for you two going off on your own? Don't you worry about me and Koromaru. Even if we run into something we can't defeat, we'll find a way out of it.
And honestly, it's faster for us to split up. I am a bit worried, but I'm gonna believe in you guys. So I'll head to the station to get Junpei. It didn't seem like he'd figured out the situation yet.
Huh? Weren't you talking to him on the phone earlier?
I was, but that idiot's phone ran out of batteries or something while we were still talking.
See, man, Yukari is always calling him an idiot all the time. She needs to recognize what's in front of her face. She needs to talk to the woman in the mirror. Tired of this crap. She's the one sitting there dressed up like a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, and she's calling him an idiot because his batteries ran out on his phone. Jeez, man. Ladies are really mean in Japan. And even everybody else is like, I think you need to give him a break. You know? Well, it could be a little dumb, but goodness gracious, man. I like the way he takes it on the chin, too. Should be all up in his grill.
But even if I can't rely on him to keep his phone charged, he's still good in a fight. So I have to meet up with him.
I see. He seems like kind of a goofball.
Right? He's always been so useless. Huh? Did I say something funny?
Nah, not really. It just sounded like you were actually kind of fond of him.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, I think you're right. What about you, Labras? What'll you do?
Yeah, that's the way she shows she cares. She says that the dude's good in a fight, and then calls him a useless loser and an idiot because she's a nice person. Yo, if you guys know a person like this, man, either make do with the fact that they're a jerk, right, Tanya, or get rid of them. Yukari, I mean, that's probably what everybody thinks about her. Oh, no, let me get that. She's not even good in a fight. It's a good thing they just gave her a little second when she saved everybody with her own skills. Because otherwise, she does nothing. Anyway. I'm still mad. I'm still mad that she got Junpei punched in the stomach and didn't even apologize.
Huh? I hope Mitsuru-san and the others are okay. Could you please go right to that tower? We'll head over there too as soon as we can.
Right! It's decided then. Labras, you head to that tower. Oh, also... Something felt off when I summoned my persona earlier. You might want to be careful.
You felt it too? It was like, well, it felt like the evoker wasn't working, didn't it?
Yeah, it might be that we can summon our personas without our evokers.
Alright, let me go ahead and fill this in just in case you haven't seen Persona 3. The Junpei getting punched in the stomach, that was a Persona 3 thing. Video game plot summary, you know, even though it's a pretty long one. It took 100 hours to play the game, so the plot summary is a substantial amount less. Anyway, so yeah, the whole idea in their world was that they had a evoker that helped them summon their personas, right? So they'd pull out this gun and shoot themselves in the head or in the chest. The main character shot himself straight up in the head, but Yukari, she's too much of a wuss to do it, so she shot herself in the chest. And she barely could do that at the beginning. Yes. Anyway, so in Persona 4, they changed it, and they just, like, pulled up cards and then crunched them or whatever. And that was about the same. So, it makes sense. It makes sense that in this... Stop that! It makes sense that in this one, Persona, they wouldn't want them to shoot themselves in the face. So they brought out the evoker, everybody's happy, but it's like, oh, you don't have to use the evoker anymore. Surprise, so stop shooting yourself in the face. Fair enough. It would take too long for them to do it in the video game anyway. It's one thing if you just call forth your persona. It's another if you gotta shoot yourself in the mouth to have them come out for the fighting situation. Anyway, my kids don't want me to talk. They don't want me to talk out in the air, so... I'm going back on mute.
In any case, we should get moving. If what General Teddy said is true, we don't have much time to spare.
Got it. If anything happens, let's meet at the bottom of the tower. Be careful, both of you.
Wait for us, Mitsuru-san.